The year is 2086. This cemetery has been a resting ground for wicked spirits for centuries. They've since moved out when one unpleasant guest moved in. See, the difference is that most cemeteries that are rumored to be haunted only show signs of paranormal at night. This specific cemetery has one tormented soul trapped here and is frequently heard screaming throughout the daytime. They say he falls into a gin-induced slumber at night. The only sounds besides the crickets or wildlife are the occasional gem-matching sounds of a mobile game from yesteryear. Many have speculated that this is the one and only. Happy Halloween. Leon A., a 17-year-old subway employee, works nights at this local subway. He reported strange happenings at night to his manager. When he would get into his car and leave at the end of his shift, he always felt like someone was watching him from the inside of the subway restaurant that he just flushed. He ignored that eerie feeling for months, but see, the problem is, his manager would report $150 missing every single night. But the blame was never put on Leon. See, the problem is the cameras would capture Leon depositing the sealed envelope into the safe that he had no access to. The cameras would suddenly stop working every single night at the same time, 10 p.m. Pacific time. The safe would show no signs of tampering, but the deposited envelope would always be torn open with exactly $150 missing. One night, Leon left and snapped his picture in the store, not realizing he had just captured something much more horrific than he could have ever imagined. He did not immediately notice, and it wasn't until the next day when his manager mentioned $150 missing that Leon would look at this photo on his phone. There was a figure in the store, staring at him. Leon and his manager, Ron Jambo, would call the police to report their findings. Police swept the store, checking everything from the back rooms to the areas above the raised ceiling tiles just to find nothing. After this report, the money stopped going missing and it seemed like the spirit moved on elsewhere. Nothing was ever reported following this incident, and the subway's operating to this day, despite the occasional tips going missing from the jar. Meet Ryan, a terminally online hate watcher of all sorts. Ryan is the type of person that likes few things, but hates many. Every night he would log on to Twitch and razz his most hated streamers in their chat, as well as harass other viewers. One night, Ryan got into a heated exchange with one viewer, when this viewer replied to Ryan saying, "I'll see you soon." Ryan didn't think anything of it until later that night when the doorbell rang at 1 a.m. He checked his Ring doorbell cam and saw nothing outside, thinking it must be teenagers, so he tried to go back to sleep. About 10 minutes later, he started hearing what sounded like fingers tapping on his window, right above his head. Ryan sprinted out of the room and immediately phoned the police. After an exhaustive search, police reported that there's nothing they found to Ryan. Shaken to his core, Ryan phoned his condo association the next day, pleading with them to check the cameras around the area. Nothing. The next day, Ryan looked back to his hate watching but avoided the streamer's chat. In another chat, Son randomly tagged Ryan saying, "I saw you. You will soon see things you love go missing." Ryan immediately logged off and began fearing that this person would return. While nothing eventful happened that night, he began noticing money missing from his wallet. He tried hiding his money under the mattress, but that too would go missing. Ryan began panicking that someone was in his condo stalking him. The police showed up once again and searched his condo, noting nothing of interest, except for a small crawl space behind the refrigerator that goes into the walls. However, they could not access it. It sent Ryan to a horrible realization that this person must be inside the walls. Ryan phoned his parents and immediately moved out, going back home with his parents out of fear for his life. Upon packing up the car with his belongings, he turned around and took one last photo of his condo, somehow not noticing the figure standing in the window. It was not until later that Ryan scrolled through his phone, seeing this image, and was immediately struck with horror. Though he reported it to the police, there was no further information provided regarding this situation. These stories were written, edited, and produced by Meaningful Content. Thanks for watching.